go, Warden. In the jog, Warden. Excellent. We don't usually see all of those animals, but we do have one day. Now we do have a pool. Please remain seated. Our entire Jumbo, everyone. Jumbo. Welcome aboard the Kilimanjaro Safari. Pull up onto the entryway just after this vehicle here. You got those cameras back there. Please feel free to have them up, out, and ready to go.
Keep those face coverings up over your mouth and nose for the entire journey.
With some
Our first fun animal fact of the day is that the human nose is in fact part of the respiratory system. It's just as connected to your lungs and your mouth.
National Geographic documentary. And like I said, right above your heads is the animal tracks. Help identify anybody you might see along the way. I'm driver Kelly, and I'll be your driver for the next 30 minutes, or maybe 2 weeks. Who's counting anyways, right? I usually let the animals determine how long we might spend with them, especially those road crossers. Let's head on down. Welcome to Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Onboard Simba 1, entering into the forest to start things up. So keep your eyes peeled for the more shy, the more reclusive animals live deep in the forests of Africa. Looking for some tigers. Oh, someone is speaking about an animal that's hiding way over to the right. Back in, almost into some bamboo and the brush line. See if you can find that okapi trying to hide over there from us. Look for a dark brown velvety looking top just above a shrub. Though it is a shame that the okapi is hiding its multicolored legs. The legs of the okapi have the black and white stripe patterns. That much of a zebra is what it looks like. However, looking a bit zebra-ish, okapi is the animal of the forest, mostly related to the giraffes. They do have a giraffe-shaped skull, giraffe-like ears, and a foot-long purple tongue like a giraffe. So much easier to clean your own ears out with a tongue like that. Ain't that right, Minnie Mouse? Ooh, a couple different things as we come down the way. I see that black rhino as we make the turn just across from us. Across the watering hole, 3,000 pounds. Despite the rhino's weight, they can sure charge for 30 miles per hour. Oh, there's a sleepy one too, as they come through, look just to the left against the rock wall. Now, rhino's hides are said to be about an inch thick. Ooh, hiding up that hill to the right. Try to look for various antelopes here and there. There's either the tan-colored kudu staring back at you, or maybe the rusty orange-colored bongos a little further up. The antelopes of the forest do tend to have those vertical pinstripes along their sides. That does allow them to blend into vertical objects and backdrops, much like the tree, bamboo, and ancient Greek colors. Looks like that just about does it for the forest. Let's head on out to the next stop, the Southeast River. For the hippos. That's short for hippopotamus. Help me look as we come down the way. Hippo can hold that breath underwater for like 5 minutes. see some ripples or bubbles coming up from below to maybe give them away. Let's try Pelican Island to the left. Let's see. Oh, yes. And the pelican colony is floating together downstream like a team to herd schools of fish into the shallows to snatch a baby. The hippos just kind of chilling over there next to the shorelines. Hippos stay in the cool waters throughout most of the day in order to keep those giant baked potato-shaped bodies from overheating. Mostly climb onto the shores, maybe to feed. Hippo can eat like 100 pounds of food every day. Pelican teams, just like the Swahili word Harambe, it means teamwork. As for the vultures, they aren't even African. Just a bit creepy. No worries, we got something African and creepy. How about the Nile crocodile down below? Could be some 20-footers out there. After eating one of their meals, could take like 2 weeks to digest their food. Opening up their jaws while they rest could release that excess body heat from themselves. It's just a cold-blooded reptile. They don't sweat like the mammals do. They gotta let it go out their mouth, just like out there. Up that hill we go. Just up the path from here is the infamous lookout point, overlooking the grassland. And just around the bend too, we could swing on past one of those ancient biggerbaum trees to check out. Hard not to notice, biggerbaum trees, they look like those gigantic upside down trees, since their branches do look like wild roots sticking up in the air. Some baobab trees are over 2,000 years old. Out we go, the Serengeti grassland, home of the major migrating species of Africa. Animals like the wildebeest, gazelle, and of course, maybe some of those long neck stretched out spotted things too. Traffic jam over there. Crossing in and out of the road. Okay, moving again, we can try and go visit them in just a few. Before we do though, we are going to be rolling up slowly towards an area on the left hand side where we will be searching for the wild African painted dogs. So they are named for the 3-tone patchy colored coats. It does kind of help them blend into many and various surroundings. Let's see if we can find them easily. Okay, just way out to the left next to the rock wall. Also, I believe he has a little bed just ahead too. Oh yeah, with those little paws stretched out, we're letting them go. They are considered the best pack hunters in all of Africa. Packs of 20 at a time. And ensure those guys are one of the more efficient ways of hunting ever documented on land. I like the one all stretched out sideways. over to the left, we got sable antelopes with the cool, sharp, curved back design looking horns. Designed not to give up the fight. Designed to stop and stand their ground, especially against large predators. Sable antelope species is the only antelope species brave enough to take on some lions. Sword shaped horns coming out from their head. Anywhere you look, the African termite mound sticking high and out of the ground. Made with the termites spit and saliva. That way, they get as hard as concrete while baking in the sun. Prefer these as fashion posts. Looks like we are nearing some of the giraffes coming up. A species called the Maasai giraffes. They have the more jaggedy edged, kind of a leafy looking series of spots. It does take about 3 years for the young giraffes to reach full height. 3 years old to be 20 feet tall. Got some tasty leaves going on. Some gazelles are going to be down low to the right, resting. Look for the springboks on the ground to the right. A 70-pound gazelle. They're really fast, very maneuverable. At 50 miles per hour, they can turn on a dime and leap like 10 feet off the ground. We got a little closer to some giraffes. Of the tree. Way out on the horizon, I see zebra hanging out with wildebeest. That's actually very normal of them, hanging in large gatherings together, especially the wildebeest. The great migraties together each year during the drought season. This is like the largest mammal migration on the planet. Typically, zebras will join in on that migration too. Follow it where they go. There's underneath the trees too. Try to look for some 6-foot long horns of the Ankole cattle, maybe showing up above some of the bushes over there. Those horns might be long, but aren't as heavy as they appear. They're semi-hollowed out through the insides. They serve as that natural radiator system for those cows. Their blood vessels flow halfway up through those horns and back down again, helping to keep those cows cool on the hotter afternoon days. Not sure if you can see many of the zebras from our angles. Let me just everybody over there. They're a species called the Hartman's Mountain zebras, and they're a kind that has the white underbellies underneath, opposed to another species like Grant zebras that have stripes that go all the way around the belly. Symbol 1 will head past Monkey Point on the left, but also keep an eye to the right, where this is elephant country. If you find any mandrills on the left, mandrills are the monkeys with the red and blue markings on their faces. There's one over the rock ledge over by some trees. I don't know if you can see that one. Not moving too much. elephants to look for. Follow me. Way over your shoulder to the right. There's some hanging back that way. So a large bull African elephant could make it to like 10,000 pounds at full maturity. Typically the bulls, they'll go out to stay solitary, out on their own, away from the herd, most of their days. Rickety old bridge, no worries, just a loose border, 20 below. Should be enough hammered back in railing, hopefully holding things together for as long as we go across. That'd be great. The words of the warthog in your cat, Hakuna Matata. Around we go. We'll head through the red clay pits. Do look around for any test marks or footprints along the way. The elephant herd will consist mainly of the adult females and their younger calves. Baby elephants at birth can be 200 pounds from the start. Younger elephants begin to grow the tusks out at about 3 or 4 years old. Full-grown adult elephant can surely eat at least 300 pounds of food each day. Elephants over there, teenagers if you will, they'll be playing, testing each other's strength. One more view. Maybe up there. Just a puddle down here, right? No worries. At least for symbol 1. Don't bring your Corolla through. Just around the way, the island of flamingos. Do try to look out for some of the young chick flamingos at this time. They're still growing up. Look for anybody gray and fuzzier than the rest. That would be them. The oldest one of the youngsters is like 10 weeks old. So within 1 more month, each young flamingo should be over 3 feet tall and showing a lot more of the regular feathers. Try by cheetah territory next. Try to look across these hills on the left. Though cheetahs are tricky, they can lay low and flat, blending into many surroundings easily with that spotted coat. If you do, maybe look far, far to the left into the shadows of the upper tree lines. There are some hiding out back there. Look ground that might look like a spotted log on the ground, and it could be them. Sometimes they'll pop their cheetah heads upwards to look around. Fastest land mammal around, speeds of 60 miles per hour. Only when chasing down their prey. There's a couple more at about 11 o'clock, but certainly also well hidden into the brush lines. Kind of squint your eyes a little bit to maybe find them. Chilling, cheetahs. Let's head on over to the Kobe Rock Formation, a large set of boulders jutting out from the savanna, typically the resting ground or the lookout post for lion. Ooh, on that one rock coming up to the left, there's a male with a mane, kind of got his head up a little bit. Trying to pull up as much as I can. Chuffing sound, as it's called, that a lion may make when they wake up for a moment. They may make that sound. It's a call to all the other animals within their territory to stay away. They're going to go back to sleep. Way out to the left, if you can find them, there's some gray, hairy rocks on the ground. Those are warthogs. If you can maybe notice them, they blend in like some rocks over there. Well intended too. When they sleep, they don't want any larger predators to notice that they're there. There are some bontabak, a little brown antelope in the area, and white rhinos as you come through this turn. 5,000 pounds. They could be. Ooh, ostriches over by the Warden truck too. Largest bird in the world. Very endangered species, the white rhinos. Many years being hunted just for their horns by poachers. Poachers selling the rhino horn on those markets for materialistic purposes or false medicines. Thankfully, to these reserves and conservation efforts around the world, trying to rebuild up their numbers for the future generations to come. Let's do the reintroduction. Habitat here. Kind of an extra area for the reserve. Though no animals are in this area at this very moment, we are preparing it for some future inhabitants. A small shack is being constructed over here, not for the animals to live inside, but for them to climb all over. For the next inhabitants of this area, we're going to climb and goats. Coming to future safaris near here. They are great climbers. Those hooves amazingly help them balance really well. Let's head through the final gates of the reserve, concluding our 2 weeks together. No worries, it's a nature trail. Hang on, let's go. Nature. Look out, tree. Before we arrive back, let's make sure to cool off these muddy buyers just one more time. A dip down into the waterfalls of Tanzania. Well, then, number one. To the village we go. Go, 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 go. Coming up, the village of Harambe. That is the village of teamwork. Civilization just around the bend. Whoop, there it is. Alright. Follow me this way. Ooh, it's the train.
Make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video or go live. You can become a patron on our Patreon page and support Disabled Disney. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscribes. And if you haven't yet, give us a like, give us a comment, and thank you again. Click on the video in your right-hand corner to see more from Disabled Disney.